Hey guys, my name is Josh. Today we're going to be talking about the new Guy Ritchie film, The Gentleman. So recently, I saw The Gentleman in theaters. I didn't know a whole lot about it going into it. I think the marketing and everything was kind of strategic around this one. So going into it, I saw the one trailer of the film, maybe once or twice. It looked pretty actiony. I was into it. It's got some stars in it, cool, whatever. And then the movie started, and I didn't realize just how much about weed it was. But I'm fine with it. That's okay. Okay, I don't want to say budding because that sounds like he's like up and coming, but no. Matthew McConaughey is a big boy weed man, and he's getting out of the business. So the movie is pretty much him trying to sell his copious amounts of grow operations and the trials and tribulations he's having doing the whole thing. Which he's just selling them all to one person, so you would think that it might not be too bad, but yeah, some shit goes on. Starring Matthew McConaughey, Colin Farrell, Hugh Grant, and Charlie Hunnam. Just gonna straight out the gate, this is a character movie. Watch the movie for the characters. Don't get me wrong, it's shot well, it sounds great, the music is awesome, everything is cool. It's a great movie, but this is a character movie. You need to watch the movie for the actors because they play just amazing characters and they do a great job doing it. So, the movie is about Matthew McConaughey, who is a, no pun intended, budding weed salesman. So yeah, I love the way that the movie's presented because it is presented in a conversation that happens between Hugh Grant and Charlie Hunnam. Charlie Hunnam's character is pretty much Matthew McConaughey's right-hand man, and Hugh Grant's character is I believe a private investigator that's just fucking good at his job. And it is them sitting in a room, and Hugh Grant's like, yo, I know what's going on. I've got dirt on everybody. I can go ahead and tell some people, exactly what's going on, show some photos, and you shouldn't. You should give me some money, so I'll shut the fuck up. And the movie is presented in Hugh Grant just spilling all the beans and saying, this is what I know, and this is how it went down. And what you watch is what Hugh Grant thinks happened. I like that it's cut in certain ways to where they stop you and they're like, all right, that's probably not how that actually happened, and then they go ahead and roll with a scene again, but with a more realistic tone to it, or what they want you to believe actually happened. Who knows? Maybe Hugh Grant's over-the-top retelling of it is what happened, and maybe not. But there's some offers being thrown at McConaughey. He's already talking to one person in particular, but he shuts down a third party, and everything seems like it's just going well until somebody ends up invading one of his plants. I'm gonna try to not go on about this forever because this is like my fucking 6th time trying to record this, but I just keep getting caught up in Colin Farrell's shit. But man, is Colin Farrell's character awesome, and is he one of the best parts of the movies? So you find out that Colin Farrell runs a boxing camp, and all the boys from the boxing camp broke into one of Matthew McConaughey's grow sites, beat the shit out of all of his guys down there that are supposed to be protecting everything, and turned it into a sweet hip-hop music video. It goes up online, it gets a shit ton of views, McConaughey finds out, and he's like, bro, what the fuck? And because somebody knows the location of one of these big secretive sites, some shit's gotta go down. We gotta drop the hammer. So there's a scene where Colin Farrell goes ahead and he's talking to his guys, and he's like, guys, what the fuck did you do? Please do not tell me this is Matthew McConaughey's weed. Do not tell me that it's Matthew McConaughey's weed. And one of the guys is like, but it's Matthew McConaughey's weed. And he's like, God damn it. So there's a bit of interaction of Colin Farrell just telling him like, hey man, I can't fix what's done, but I can give everything back, and I can go ahead and do some favors for you if you need it. So there's a bit of that going on. There's a wealthy family that needs Matthew McConaughey and Charlie Hunnam's help getting their daughter back because she's has been caught up with a rough crowd doing some not so good stuff. So there are some subplots in there that they go ahead and touch at. And in all honesty, all of them, they're actually all pretty good. You know what I mean? There's nothing worse than having just like a garbage subplot that means nothing. Nothing happens in it. It doesn't ever get a conclusion. Nah, these are all really good. So from there, I'm gonna keep it pretty vague and light because I'm not trying to spoil anything for you guys because it's actually a good movie, unlike The Turning. But yeah, it ends up coming to a climax over parties trying to interrupt the business that McConaughey's trying to settle. He starts bringing McConaughey's family into it, his wife and everything like that, and it just kind of blows up at a point. At a point at the end of the movie, everything starts to connect a little bit. You think that it's happening like this until somebody lets you know that no, that's not what's going on at all. And then you think that, you know, the movie's over because the conversation between Hugh Grant and Charlie Hunnam ends, and you realize that the rest of what's going on in the movie is actually happening right here, right now. It's not something that somebody's talking about, or is it? But it was an absolute great movie. It has action in it. It's got some suspense. It's just got some great characters, some awesome dialogue. Damn, Colin Farrell and some other people, well, Hugh Grant as well, are calling people right naughty boys, and I can't stop saying right naughty boys, and I'm not going to stop. But if you have a chance to go see The Gentleman in theaters, which is still in theaters right now, you should definitely go check it out. It's a great movie, shot wonderfully, great characters. Watch it.